Good morning, friends. Welcome back to another video here on Johnson's Ever After. I am here with Dossie, who's waiting for me to turn on a cartoon because we're gonna watch Monsters, Inc. We took the weekend off of filming. The vacation vlogs are over and I'm still really sad about it. I thought it would be fun to do kind of a week in our life vlog, mainly because this weekend Josh challenged me to see how many books I could read this week. So I'm gonna kind of do that, but also maybe show you what we cook in a week. I am not quite awake yet, which sounds crazy. I feel like I've had a whole day already and it's only 8:30. Which all you moms out there, you understand. And so yeah. So I figured to get us started. By the way, first things first, my name is Ashleigh. I can't remember if I said that. I introduce you to Dossie. Josh will be here later. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We're really glad you're all here. It's actually really beautiful today. I'm hoping it'll be a little warmer later and maybe we could all go for a walk. I haven't entirely decided if I'm just gonna lounge in my pajamas today or if I'm actually gonna get dressed and be functional. But I figured to start this vlog, I'd tell you the book I'm reading right now, which is What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. I'm pretty sure I was reading this in the last vlog. I only read, I don't even know if it's a chapter. I've noticed there aren't really chapters. I only read like a little bit. I think I read maybe 4 pages yesterday and that was about it. So that's the book that's gonna start us off. So that's book number 1. And I'm just gonna make this vlog Monday through Friday because I don't know why, but when I say a week, I just think Monday through Friday. Oh, excuse you. Dossie had to burp. But, so yeah, that's what this vlog is. Welcome. Please enjoy the reading and the other things that follow. Okay, so it is much later. Dossie's providing us with some background music. It is about 3:13. You want to say hi? Hi. So Monsters Inc. didn't work out because the internet went out and we were watching it on the smart TV. And it never really came back on. So I actually wound up having a lot more time to read today because I couldn't work and even when Dossie was sleeping. And that's okay. So I wound up finishing What You Are Looking For Is in the Library. I really loved this book. I don't know quite the right way to summarize what it's about. I was kind of surprised, I think, going into it because it's told different people's stories. I expected them to alternate like chapter to chapter, but really each part is a story, and I really enjoyed that. Please be entertained by my child being crazy behind me. But a good summary of it is the first 3 lines of this blurb, which is from a passage, and it's on the back cover. And the lines are, library, what a nice sounding word, so comforting. And this book really was comforting. It was kind of the kind of book you could curl up with, cold day, relax. It was a nice, easy read. I did admittedly have to start it twice because I had read a few pages when I was really tired, and then I went back and I could not remember what I'd read. But other than that, it was great. Now, I'm waiting for Josh to text me that he's off work because we are going to make some couscous soup for dinner, but I don't want to start until he's off work because it cooks fairly quick. So, that's where we're at now. I'll probably choose a new book later. Okay, so with dinner, I think we're going to have some of these Trader Joe's mini French baguettes. We haven't tried them yet, so we don't know how they are, but we'll see. Okay, so as I said, we are making couscous soup. This is a new recipe, so please bear with me. Also, you can't see the pot because it is over here because our bigger burner that we would usually use is not working. Josh actually was talking to our landlord about that today. So, we're going to see if it works. First step is to saute some diced carrots and some onions for about 10 minutes. So I'm waiting for the olive oil to heat up now, and then we'll go from there. Okay, onions and carrots are in, so let me just turn you so you're more facing the pot. Please excuse the mess. We've kind of got our little catch-all counter here. Okay, 10 minutes are up, so it is time to add the other ingredients. We got some minced garlic. We're going to do 3 tablespoons because in this house we really like garlic. And I live by the rule that you don't follow the recipe with garlic, you measure that with your heart. It's a very good rule. I highly recommend living by it. Alright, we got that. Get that stirred a little. Alright, stir that garlic up real good. This smells amazing, guys. I wish you guys could, I wish we had some 4D vision and you guys could smell this, because it is awesome. Alright, next we have some mint, cumin, cayenne, oregano. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but we don't. Alright, we're going to sprinkle that all in. Smelling good, smelling good. Let's make sure it's all scraped down so we're not just keeping it on the side. Alright, next we're going to do some diced tomatoes. Alright, and then we got some vegetable broth. We're going to do about 6 cups. It's going to be a little over because I need to use up a... That is the timer for the bread. I'm going to get this broth in and then I will... Why is that so satisfying? Am I the only one that likes that? Alright, I need more butter. Alright, I'll do that. Put the couscous in. That was an interesting sound. Let me get the bread out and then I will get this to a simmer. Looks like it could use another minute. I'm just gonna leave that in there while I stir this. Alright, got that. I'm gonna do some pepper because in this house we really like pepper. And then a little bit of sea salt, just because. Why not? Okay, now we just have to bring this to a simmer and then let it simmer for 7 minutes. Right? Right. Okay. I'll update you guys when it's done. Okay, we gotta do a bread test. Because I don't really love the way these turned out. This is like the only one that got golden. Hey, no!
I'm kidding, I'm sorry.
Josh is trying to be a bread thief. You can have the other end. I get that super, super crispy part.
I got you.
Okay. By the way, Josh is home. Hi, Annie.
What an entrance.
Please enjoy this very attractive shot of me taking a bite of bread.
Nine out of 10.
I mean, it's not horrible. It just tastes a lot of flour. We have some Hawaiian rolls. I think I might wind up having one of those with my dinner. I will eat these though, because we had them and I don't want to waste them. So, that's the bread test. We're just waiting for the soup to get to a simmer now. And the boys are, I think, playing Monster. So that's what's going on. Okay, so this is couscous soup in tomato broth. And that's my third one of those rolls. So they're a little bit better. I think it was just the first bite was floury. Also, I don't know if we showed you guys, we have Mickey silverware now.
What are you doing, baby Scooter?
Let's find out if this tastes good. So, what'd you think of it?
It is very good. Definitely.
I think it was essential that I doubled the cumin because I don't think it would have been as good without it.
I think so too. Because obviously the mint would have came through a lot more without that. And that would have been a more interesting taste.
I also think if I hadn't added salt, which I never do, then it wouldn't have been as good. For the record, we don't often add salt to stuff because there's so much salt in a lot of ingredients.
Yeah.
Then we don't think it needs it. But we do occasionally do some. The main reason we have that salt is for Josh's coffee trick, which I'll have him film when he makes a coffee eventually tonight. So we're going to watch Lemonade Mouth because we want to. And then at some point I'm going to choose a new book. So even though I've been making good progress on books lately, I still have a ton to go through. So now I'm going to try to find a new book. Guys, I need to come up with a new book picking system. See, the way I do it, if you didn't see the vlog where I said it before, I read a little bit of every book on my TBR. Except that's a lot. So, I'm starting to get tired and I still have to sort through all this and all that. Wish me luck.
Captain Crunch cereal bars or treats. We're gonna rename it treats. That's what I'm gonna make. Apologize for Dossie's movie. He's watching something on his plate. That's all I hear. But yeah, it's literally just Captain Crunch version of a Rice Krispie treat. It's just gonna be a good bit of that box of cereal. People are just making a bunch of noises. That was the neighbors on that one if the camera picked it up. Yeah. Melt some marshmallows and then add the cereal, and I gotta actually read through the instructions, but I imagine just kind of plop them and let them harden into little nice treats. Actually sounds kind of good. Let's see how this turns out, huh? So it is actually the next morning. Bad. Yeah, I didn't film anything else last night. Ash picked a new book. Then we laid down. I finished a treat, as I did show. I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna show the coffee trick though. So, If you're making instant coffee or just making regular coffee, make the amount you want. And then a pinch of salt. It takes the bitterness out of the coffee if you don't like the bitterness in your coffee. Plenty of people like coffee for that or don't mind it. But like me, I've never liked the bitterness of it. I've come to like it, but I don't like that bitterness. That was a nice trick to learn. Anyway, good morning. And probably the end of this vlog. I don't know. Just figured I'd sum up yesterday's events though.
Okay, so it's the next day. I don't know how much filming we're gonna do today because I woke up feeling very congested. I don't know if you can tell, but Dossie is getting to have a full day of Mickey Mouse, and I am drinking hot tea like there's no tomorrow. But Josh made these treats, and I really want to try one, so I thought I'd film what they taste like. Okay, very marshmallowy looking. Mmm. It's delicious. I think it would be even better if we did Captain Crunch Berry instead of regular Captain Crunch.
So I feel like it's been a day or two now. I haven't done any clips. Ash has not felt the best. You're feeling a little better, right though? A little bit, yeah. We're getting there. I'm making the creamy Greek yogurt lemon case pear pasta. I almost said that word wrong. For dinner. It was gonna be a taco recipe, but we're just making a pasta. Yeah. That's just a craving. So we're sticking to that. I got that started. And yeah, we're not doing a whole lot. Dossie's taking a nap. We're just hanging out. Yeah, not a whole lot to it, huh?
Hi friends, so it is now Thursday. The noise you are hearing is Dossie watching Cars. I feel a little bit better than I have the last 2 days. Still not 100. I still feel very stuffed. I don't know if you can hear it. But I'm feeling good enough to try and get some actual reading done today. I did start, while I was laying on the couch, I did start Lemon Saffron by Kim Fay. This is an epistolary novel, which, if you don't know what that means, is basically a novel written in letters. There's some other aspects to the definition too, but that's the one most relevant to this. Someday I will look it up, or you know what? Let me look it up right now. Give me a second. I'll type in on my phone, and I will give you the actual definition. Let's hope I spell this right. Okay. A literary, oh, so it literally says a literary work in the form of letters. So, that's what it is. I actually really love these books. I feel like they're good, like, easy reads. As you can tell, this one's a very short book. I have not made it that far. But that's okay. We're gonna see how much I can get through today and tomorrow. But also, Josh came home yesterday. He stopped at the store. He came home with Checkmate by Ellie Hazelwood. I had seen this around. I don't really know anything about it. It seems like a rom-com centered around chess. It says it's her debut. But as you know, a few weeks ago, I read the entire Love Hypothesis series, and I loved that. And I think Josh bought this because he knew I loved those, but also because he found it very entertaining watching me read those. It was one of those reading marathons that Dossie played with a fire truck. that I was very vocal about my opinions, and I was like yelling at the book, and like there were certain scenes I was making faces. If you've read those books, you know what I mean. He got a kick out of watching all that. So I think this was secretly for his own entertainment too. But that being said, I'm gonna try to get more reading done today. I still have, if I don't count this book, I have technically on the one that I had already, the stack that I had already created, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll see how that goes. So I finished the book, and oh man, was that a good read. It turned out to be way more of an emotional roller coaster than I was expecting. I think part of the reason like I was so drawn into it was because it was about a female friendship, two close friends who have greatly affected each other's lives. And for me, like, I'm very lucky that my best friend Ellie, who I don't get to see much, but she's been around in my life for years, and we talk constantly, and there's a very similar kinship with us. We don't talk about cooking like that much, but this book was a lot about cooking. It was fun, and the ending just like ripped my heart out in like both a sad way and a good way. But that's a nice quick read. So if you want to read that, I highly recommend Love and Saffron. There's a very big part of me that's tempted to start the book that Josh bought me yesterday. However, I think I'm going to stick to the pile that I had made because they're books that were already on my TBR and I want to work through them. And so that means my next book is going to be a collection of short stories called The Mad Kyoto Shoe Swapper and Other Short Stories by Rebecca Ottawa. I think my dad and my stepmom got that for me a few Christmases ago, and I've like started a bunch of times, but I haven't been like in a short story mood when I try to start it. So I've been saving it, and I think I'm going to finally read it because I quite enjoy books like that. So theoretically, I'm going to see if I can get that book done today. We don't know, but we're going to see. Dossie is playing with his basket of food. I think my aunt got him for Christmas. He loves that toy. He likes to play kitchen, and we have Miss Rachel on so we can work on our learning. Dossie learned a new word this morning. He said family for the first time, which was really cool. And I am enjoying some water in my Disneyland cup. Stay hydrated, my friends. I hope you're better at it than me. Let's get back to reading, shall we? Okay, so it's a little bit later. I actually wound up DNFing The Mad Kyoto Shoe Shopper and Other Short Stories. I really loved, I meant to say Shoe Swapper, not Shoe Shopper. I really loved the first story. It was good. But after that, I don't know, I really felt like I was like forcing myself to read them, and I just didn't want to, you know, spend time on a book like that. So moving on. This next book I'm actually really excited to read. So it's called How Did We Get Here? The Misadventures of a Traveling Family. So this is by Ashleigh Morris. She and her family are the Wanderlusters on Instagram, and I follow their page. I love their stuff, and it's really cool to me to get to read a book written by someone whose family adventures I follow on Instagram. That's not necessarily like a high profile celebrity and everything. So that's really cool to me. This is another really short book, but I'm very much looking forward to reading it. So yeah. After that, I only have 2 more books on my stack, unless I decide to add the one Josh got me. Dossie, hey, you want to say hi?
No.
Okay. He didn't want to say hi. You make a very fashionable choice. All done? Okay, I'll turn it off. Okay, so as that book was less than 100 pages, I finished it really quick. First of all, the first sentence of this book, I don't know if you call it a dedication, a note to the reader. She says that she thinks whoever's reading that particular copy is the only reader. If that is the case, that is blasphemous. This book is awesome. It was so fun to read. It was nice and relaxing, and it kind of made you, you know, want to go and travel. And it was really cool to read their adventures, and it was also very deep. It was a very well-written book, and I highly recommend it. So if you have not read it, you should go read it. And that is once again How Did We Get Here by Ashleigh Morris. And I got this copy on Amazon. I'm sure you could get it other places. But yeah, that's my review of that book. I would move on to my second book, except I am nap trapped. So I will be here until further notice. I got little arms, I can't reach all the way over there. So yeah. We bought this mini muffin pan to make Dossie blueberry muffins, but he's utilizing it for his cantaloupe. Which, hey, if he's happy. Ain't he cute? Josh is cutting up the rest of the cantaloupe in the kitchen. How you doing, babe? What are you dancing to?
Taylor Swift.
Okay then.
Well, I have no idea if this is the first clip I've been in or not, but here I am making zucchini bread. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, yeah, that's all I'm doing, huh?
Yeah?
Yeah. That's all I'm doing.
Zucchini bread has become a staple because Dossie loves it.
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear her, but it's zucchini bread's becoming a staple because Dossie loves it, and I love it too. I was super nervous. I don't think I'd ever made zucchini bread on my own before, so that first time I made it, I was like, this better turn out as good as I remember. I love zucchini bread. I don't want to ruin it for me, you know? Didn't want to ruin it for me, but I didn't ruin it for him, and I didn't ruin it for me, and we love it. I think that made sense. Anyway, we're moving on. So, nothing has been filmed. Ashley hasn't done any reading. Just been hanging out, handling the boy all day. Actually sounds like it was mostly a good day, which is good, right?
Yeah, but I'm still exhausted.
Yeah, still very exhausted. We're just gonna have biscuits and gravy for dinner. Why not? We're both wanting biscuits, so we're gonna slap some gravy on it and call it good, right? Yeah. And that'd be it. Just waiting for the oven to preheat and then go from there.
Okay, friends, so we did not wind up filming more last night like we planned. I got tired, and then it was one of those nights where Dossie decided that he didn't want to go to bed, and so that took a lot of time. Please forgive me if my face looks weird. Josh and Dossie got to playing during some of the craziness of putting to bed, and I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's kind of gross, but Josh dropped Dossie and he landed on my face, and my tooth gouged my inner lip, and it was a whole fun thing. I'm fine. It feels really bruised, but Dossie was okay, which was my main concern, but then, you know, I had to hold a washcloth to my mouth because I was bleeding for a while. At first I just thought it was a bong, but then I put my hand on my mouth and it was like dripping blood. But that was fun. But I'm fine. Dossie's fine. Dossie went right back to playing. But so if I sound weird or my mouth looks weird, that is why. But anyways, I did not do nearly as much reading as I planned this week. Thank you, sickness. And the week didn't really go as planned, but you know what, that kind of happens in life. So, I'm gonna end the vlog here. I know this wasn't nearly as exciting as the last videos were because, well, those videos were Disneyland. We're gonna try to do some more exciting stuff. We're still kind of in transitioning back to real life mode. Like, our suitcases they're unpacked, but they're still sitting out. So, that's where we're at. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and that you'll join us for future adventures. Bye now.